follow that, so that's very difficult. 7 years ago, this bright-eyed, bushy-tailed kid came up and he said, hey, and his name was Todd Park. He said, hey, I have this really cool idea. I want to put out health data just like weather data and geolocation data, and the market will adopt it and it'll be awesome. And we said, Todd, you silly little guy. Of course that's not going to work in healthcare because there's these perverse incentives. Good ideas go to fail in healthcare. It doesn't work, and we have a really, really bad rap at actually doing anything time after time again, having longitude. So I'm happy to say after a few years we're entirely wrong. I was entirely wrong, Todd was entirely right. Last week represented, it was the third year where Nile had released data on 97% of the individual providers in the United States. 3 years solid of it on every single doc that's ever taken a nickel to do that. And in my day job, my wife is our CEO, and I like to say I have the same lines of reporting at work and at home, and she's the mother of our 3 kids, and that was the best Mother's Day gift ever, to have the third year so we could actually do longitude on that data. And so it's very tough to compete with flowers when Nile's dropping those sorts of data releases. The thing I will say is that we've done a really good job getting the data out, but we've pretty much utterly and miserably failed at actually telling the story of how people are using it. You're going to see at a lot of these events big data and fact trackers and all sorts of nifty things. The truth of the story is that millions and millions of Americans are actually using this health data, open health data, right now. By way of example, in my day job at Roadmap, we've just used health and human services data, been named Ernst & Young Entrepreneurs of the Year, work in 48 states across 100 million Americans, with payers and providers getting out a fee for service. On the consumer side, millions of Americans use it too, but not in the way you think about it, a typical fat tracker. You can think about Charlie Ornstein and ProPublica and Yelp, people making decisions on it. Our direct partnership is with US News and World Reports. If you ever looked at best doctors and best hospitals, they're using DJ's data. And so we've done a really good job of getting it out, but we just haven't talked about it in a meaningful way. So having built 3 successful companies and taken them all to exit in private equity and strategic acquirers, I'll just simply say this in healthcare. It's really, really difficult to get paid to do the right thing. It's really, really difficult to create market value and pursue public and social good. And that's actually what has been going on right under our noses for the past few years. So it's very difficult to do in healthcare, much less in life. So let's go out and make the great Health Datapalooza. Thank you.